Hey everybody, Murphy Daly here, sharing a moment of wonder on Written by Murphy. And if you are listening right now, please give me a 1 in the comments. I want to know you're here. And if you're listening in the replay, please give me a 2 so I can come back and engage with you. I love this to be a conversation where we talk about what the topic is. So yesterday, a friend of mine was asking me about resume advice. And I actually get this kind of question a lot. I haven't introduced myself too much on this particular Moment of Wonder thread, but I've done a lot of work on getting my resumes on point and being able to look for work. So I was able to give some advice about how to work a resume and what you need to do. And one of the things that is important that I learned is that your resume needs to tell a story about yourself so that when a person looks at it, when the hiring manager looks at it, they can go, oh, I can tell what this person is and what they want and where they're headed. And when it comes to telling a story is something we all do to ourselves all the time. And when you're looking for work and you really want a job, fact is, we often tell ourselves a story. There's this story running in our head of, oh my gosh, I need a job right now. I need a better job. I need a good job. I need all the things and all the doom that might happen and how you feel insecure because you don't have the job that you want and all these stories running through. But those stories are not the stories you want to tell to the potential employer. So you have to get your head straight and tell the story of what the hiring manager wants to hear. Now, this is not this Moment of Wonder is actually not about looking for work, although if you want to bring that up in the comments, I'm happy to talk about it. I just read, I'm in the middle of reading The Art of Possibilities, and they were saying it's all invented. The Art of Possibilities is a great book. Go read it. One of the first things they say is they have even exercises about how to expand your possibilities, right? I love that. I love that. And so they were saying everything is invented, and this is true. Our life and the stories we tell ourselves are invented. We come up with both the doom story and the glory story. So how about we pick, hey Charlotte, how about we pick the story that is glorious? Yeah, because it makes us happier. Pick the story that makes us happier because it's all invented anyway. So as I'm getting ready to tell a story about myself to a new person, such as a hiring manager, I need to get my story straight. And that's fine when I'm trying to sell myself to somebody, either as a new friend, as a hiring manager, as a customer in the grocery store, whatever encounter I'm having. I want to present a story of myself to them, and that's all fine and good, but way more important is the story that I tell myself in my mind all the time. And it's all invented. So finding a story to tell yourself is super critical. Finding the right story that makes you happy is pretty much one of the most important things I need to do with my time in my life. Right here this year, I've been finding that the stories I want to tell myself are stories from the books I'm reading. Oh man, I love reading so much. I have read 58 books this calendar year, and I'm not quite to this, when it hits June, it'll be when it hits July, it'll be half a year. So I expect I'm going to be able to finish well in advance of 100 books this year. Yes, and I am loving that. I'm loving the stories that come to me. Personally, I love stories about heroic epics, and that means dragons. Dragons are great, all the dragons, but also stories about what people have learned. I'm also reading a book written by Darwin when he took a voyage on the Beagle before he found his theory of evolution. and stories by the things that people have thought things through and conclusions they've come to. These are good stories, just watching other people share what they've learned. So when I read this book, The Art of Possibilities, it's telling me real exercises for how to get your mind straight so that you can pick the stories that make more things possible. That's what I want to do with my time. That's what I want to use my brain for. My brain's amazing. It is so good, and it's a jetpack, man, and it can send me up all kinds of good things, or it can send me slam me into the ground repeatedly if I got that jetpack pointed in the wrong direction. And when I have been unemployed and looking for work, I have experienced a jetpack slamming me into the ground again and again. I'm like, oh, I got to get this straight. I cannot be pointing my powerful mind in the wrong direction because it will hurt me. It will hurt me. So I thought I would share with you this book that I've been reading in this moment of wonder about how we can change our stories. It is all invented. Just like the authors of The Art of Possibilities say, it is all invented. There is no one true way that I can perceive. There's too many things. So pick the one. Pick the one that makes sense to me. You have to pick something to put your time and attention on, and the rest will flow from that. So that's what I have to share today. If you have some comments, please let me know. And if you have stories about times when you have found yourself thinking a story you didn't like and changed it, or found yourself thinking a story that you did like and realized, wow, this is great, and found some great results that you enjoyed from that, I'd love to hear about it. So that's what I got for today. I'll hit you in the comments. Thank you.